Okay, switching gears here, everybody. Convicted killer Scott Peterson appearing before a judge in an effort to find evidence that he hopes could exonerate him. He's in prison for killing his wife Laci and their unborn son Connor back in 2004. The Los Angeles Innocence Project taking up his case earlier this year, as Peterson has long said he didn't kill anybody. His lawyer saying the most pressing matter is DNA testing of apparent bloodstains on a mattress next to a burnt-out orange van close to where Laci was reported missing. Joining us now is Lara Yeretsian, a criminal defense attorney and former member of Scott Peterson's legal team. Lara, it's good to have you back. Take us back to yesterday. What did we learn from Peterson's status hearing on Tuesday?
What we heard and what we learned is that at least the court has given the hearings that the defense team has requested. They've got several hearings that have been scheduled, including a hearing to seal some of these proceedings, a hearing to address the discovery issues that the defense team has brought up, and also a hearing to address the DNA testing requests that the LA Innocence Project has requested in this case.
Yeah.
So we know that the court has taken this seriously and is going to be making decisions and rulings about all of these requests, and we've got specific dates for each and every one of these requests.
Yeah, and you bring up the LA Innocence Project, which I should note is different from the world-renowned Innocence Project that most of us are familiar with. What is their strategy? What's their strongest card that they have to play, you think?
Oh, they may have several cards, but at least we can see where they're going with this. They're trying to point the finger on a party other than Scott Peterson, and that's the reason you've got all of these requests for DNA testing. I mean, they're looking at DNA, they're asking for DNA testing for items found in an orange van that was set on fire the morning after Laci's disappearance, and it was left in the airport district area of Modesto, which isn't far from where she lived and where she disappeared from. There was a mattress in there that was also set on fire. There's pieces of that mattress that they want tested. They're looking for DNA. They're looking for most likely Laci's DNA and also DNA from the potential culprits. They're looking at DNA evidence from the Medina's home, and that's the home across the street from the Scott Peterson and Laci Peterson's home that was burglarized, according to the defense, on the morning of Laci's disappearance. The prosecution position was that that happened 2 days after. Now that we know that they're looking at a hammer and also a glove, a work glove that we believe the burglars had left behind. And again, they're testing it for DNA. They're trying to connect. It looks to me that they're trying to connect the burglary or the burglars to her disappearance.
I know a lot of people have been so curious as to what this actual new evidence could look like. This is obviously one of those cases that has garnered, worldwide coverage and attention and outrage. How heavily does that weigh on a court and how the judge will decide to move forward here over the course of these hearings this year?
I believe it would weigh very heavily. If you could find, if the LA Innocence Project, through all of this DNA testing, can find, for example, Laci's DNA in the van, that would prove that Laci was in fact abducted or was at least alive, right, after her disappearance, or that she was abducted by someone. If they can connect the burglars, then it would make total sense. It makes sense. Laci was still alive after her husband, Scott Peterson, left the home, sees the burglars the same morning, confronts them, is abducted, and then later killed at a later time. That would be huge. I mean, they've got a writ of habeas corpus before the Court of Appeals, and that's evidence that they would use as part of that habeas corpus to get this conviction overturned.
It would be huge, and seeing this all play out round two in a court of law would be huge as well for the entire country to watch play out in real time. Lara Yeretsian, thank you so much as always. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.